big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Check right 54. Right 54.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check 43.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hey, watch out. Check right 54. Right. Focus, defense, focus. Bang. Shoot. Check 50. Hey, alert 3. You got tape.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just... It's his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And Barkley did not get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Hey, empty. Pressure.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Set. 180. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Brought down by Nate Gehring.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Will hit Jackson complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
We play to win. Let's go.
Complete to Deshaun Jackson. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because
rush coming, and he's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now again, right side. It's Grant. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now wins. And he connects with Ertz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing his Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
23 yards, the final tally. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott Good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
20.
From the 39, Newton. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check, crunch. Check,
Wentz going to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Gun.
Mike, 53.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Defense wins championships, baby. He's crazy. That's rock now.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Great. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
3rd and long. It's Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Don't go. 180. Other side, solid. Off the run. 46 down, man, 5-4. I'm trying to collect. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Eagles 21, 49ers 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Freeman. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Eagles. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So we're getting symptomatic.
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 29, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's got this down to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Credit the sack to... Fred Warner.
Let's get this. Let's get this. 12 on the sack. It's 2nd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
To throw, it's Wentz. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Shit. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey. General West.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Let him know. Kill. Tyson. Kill. Check. Rush in. Corky, 82, Corky.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Mike 54. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got it.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 42, 49ers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Off play action. Newton out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Newton now to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Newton on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment, thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for Philadelphia, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.